Do you have a dark spot in your home where you'd like to fill with plants? Or you feel like your home is too dark for plants? Well, this video is for you because I'm going to be showing you some really great low light plants. Just not this one. I'm going to let you in on a secret. Don't buy. You will have a newfound respect for your... Hi, you're watching Patadendron. In today's video, I'm showing you some of the best low light plants and some of the plants that I thought would be great but didn't work out so well for low light. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, hi, welcome, I'm Patrick, and I love plants. If you do too, you should definitely hit subscribe. I love going on planty adventures and taking you along with, so if that sounds like something that could be fun, then you should definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. In today's video, I am here at California Greenhouses, the mothership of plants. This is where a lot of nurseries and plant shops get their stock, and they're open to the public. So today I'm showing you some low light plants that are awesome and they'll amaze you. They'll grow without being so demanding as far as how much sun they get. And I'll show you some of the plants that I thought would be great but didn't work out so well, and I ended up having to move them to brighter spots. The Beginner's Guide to Houseplant Shopping, Low Light Edition. I'm going to start the video with the cast iron plant, the Aspidistra eladior. This is a great plant that will pretty much survive any kind of conditions. It's very, very hardy, as the name suggests. Cast iron, indestructible. And this is great for low light. It's also pet friendly. It's just a plant that doesn't get enough love. It's an awesome house plant, and especially if you're just getting into plants, this is one that you'll kind of just set and forget. This one's really pretty too. I can't do a low light tolerant video without mentioning snake plants. Snake plants, also known as Sansevieria, are highly adaptable plants. They also come in different forms and textures and leaf shapes, and the larger they get, the more impressive they look. They're so beautiful. While some are more low light tolerant than others, you can just kind of tell from the leaf color that these brighter colored leaves like brighter sun, and there are darker colored leaves like these that are a little bit more low light tolerant. Trust me, I know these are pretty much indestructible because I hate to say it, but I've left one alone for a whole year in a dark corner without watering or anything, and it grew. That's so cool, and that's so amazing. I really love the look of the spikes on the Sansevieria, the Sansevieria cylindrica. And these Sansevieria fernwoods look really cool too. Fun fact, Sansevieria was actually just reclassified to Dracaena. And that makes sense because the same goes for my experience with Dracaenas. The darker leaves are more low light tolerant than the lighter leaves. So you're out at the grocery store or Home Depot or wherever you may be with plants and you find that these crotons are really attractive and you want to put one in your home. Don't do it. It's like so much more light. So if you love it so much, buy it, then put it outside. But put it outside where it gets morning or afternoon sun because it doesn't need full sun necessarily, but it can take it if you work up to it. Next upright low light plant is Aglaonema. Aglaonema is also another hardy genus. There's a reason why you see Aglaonema in so many offices and malls. It's because they do so well in low light and ambient light, artificial light, all of the above. They do not need direct sun to survive. And Aglaonema come in different shapes and colors too. My favorite is the Aglaonema pictum tricolor, which is a little bit more on the pricier side, but it's surprisingly really easy too. I had it growing in my grow tent for the longest time, and I just took it out because I want to enjoy it more, and it's doing better than ever. Another plant that's really popular, especially in interior design, is the Ficus lyrata, the fiddle leaf fig. And these are beautiful plants, however, they are really demanding as far as light requirements, consistency in watering, but light requirements for sure. So definitely do not recommend these for a windowless space. And truly, most windows I feel are too low light for this. I placed mine in an east-facing window, and a west-facing window, and it still wasn't enough light. These like being outside. If you can provide a space that is most similar to the outdoors, like a beautiful skylight or a nice patio, then this is the plant for you. But if your house is a deep dark cave, then I suggest a Dracaena instead. I just recently went through a journey with a plant, and I'm gonna let you in on a secret. ZZ plants are not boring. I'm sorry, but when you have a plant that you can pretty much forget about for months on end and still be surprised by new growth, you will have a newfound respect for your ZZ plant. I just think ZZ plants are so beautiful with their prehistoric look and that beautiful symmetry and its resilience and will to live. Oh, that's just such a cool plant. I love the ZZ. Justice for the ZZ. I feel like we have a good range of floor plants. Let's move on to the hanging plants. Now, most hanging plants can be fixed so that you can have it as a floor plant growing up a stake per se, but these are hanging. But keep in mind, you can do either. I love Pothos. There's a reason why my back wall in my studio at home is all Pothos. It's because it does so well with low light. Those plants do not see any sun whatsoever, and they still continue to push out growth. I'm so amazed by how productive they are despite not receiving so much light. Wow, look at the genetics on this golden Pothos. This is beautiful. I have almost every type of Pothos on my wall, so all those are great low light plants. I have a Snow Queen, I have a Neon Pothos, I have an Enjoy Pothos. Whoa, this is such a pretty vine. Another awesome low light plant that gets lumped up with Pothos is the Syndapsis, often called the Satin Pothos. I have one of these in my wall too, and it does really well. Low light plant, highly recommend. I just love the thick and succulent leaves that are painted with this beautiful satin silver sheen. It's hard to believe that these naturally look like this with all this silver. So beautiful. Another awesome low light tolerant plant is Syndapsis pictus argyrius. Like the Exotica, has beautiful silver splashes. These are profuse growers. They will just profusely grow, as what profuse growers do. I have a Syndapsis pictus exotica at home, and it's so long that it's trailing to the ground. I still don't have the heart to cut it because I love it so much, but it still continues to grow, and there is no window by the ground, so it's pretty dark and still growing. Another awesome low light tolerant plant that you can hang or grow up a stake is the Philodendron cordanum. It's the heartleaf philodendron. I will say that the green Hederaceum is the most low light tolerant of all heartleaf philodendrons. My neon cordanum and Brazil cordanum did not do as well in the dark background of my studio. So I had to move them outside, and they're doing much better. So these are not as low light tolerant as the regular green cordatum, FYI. Cordatum, Hederaceum, heartleaf, all the same. Oh yeah, and a Micans is also a Hederaceum. It is the Hederaceum variety Hederaceum. It's the most Hederaceum of all Hederaceums. And it's also low light tolerant, but I do like to spoil it and give it a little brighter light. I don't know where the rumor started that Calatheas are low light plants, but from my experience, the light that I provided for it was never high enough inside, and I consider the pretty much like perfect bright and direct light is outside, 100% shade, but outside. So that gets plenty of bright ambient light when the sun is out. And my Calatheas love that so much more than being inside. So Calatheas are not low light friendly. They prefer so much higher light than you would think. Just not direct sun. Not even morning sun. not even afternoon sun. Just 100% shade all day outside, and my Calatheas love it so much more. But I get it, Calatheas have such beautiful leaves and they suck every new plant collector in. And maybe it's because I've just recently revived a few Calatheas of mine by putting them outside and I'm feeling a little more confident, but that's just my experience. Same with my Aglaonema. I had it in a north-facing window and it just never came back. I placed it in an east-facing window, just upping the light just a little bit more, and it's come back beautifully. So for low light, just don't do it. Don't buy. Well, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope I showed you some low light plants that might work for your situation. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. And if you like this video, you know what to do. Please throw me a bone and give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my plant videos, come plant shopping with me. Hit that subscribe button. I can't wait to see you in the next video. I just don't want to miss you too much. So if you could show me some love in the comments, and I'll meet you there. Bye.
Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the route, yeah, baby I got you. When you feel like falling,